Good morning, everyone. This is Robin Pike with Crafty Stamper. And today I wanted to hop on here and show you a card I played around with yesterday. I love this color and I love this paper. So I wanted to make a card using this. In this paper, this is the sheet of it right here. And it comes from the Made with Love 12 by 12 DSP paper. And DSP stands for Designer Series Paper. If there's some of you that may be new that don't know the lingo that we use on here, but it's just short for for Designer Series Paper. So, and then here's some other colors that are in this DSP pack, and I think that's pretty, and I like the stripes. I think that's really neat too, and I want to use that. There's so many of them that I want to use, but I really wanted to focus on that light pink today. I just thought that was so pretty. Here's some more. Then here's some pretty hearts here. You can see it starts out with real red, and like it goes to let's see, Poppy Parade, Strawberry Slush. And I'm not sure. I can look on the back and see what colors we use in here. Flirty Flamingo, that's what it would be. And there's Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Strawberry Slush are the colors that are used in that. And isn't that pretty? I think I might have to play with that next. But anyway, today we're just going to play with this paper here. And I don't know if you can really see how pretty this card is. It's really pretty in person, but I hope you can kind of tell how pretty it is. And then the inside, I just put big hugs for a good friend, and I know who I'm going to give this to. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started. I'm just kind of on the fly here. I had just played around with it yesterday, actually, and so I'll probably have to look at some measurements again, because like I said, I played around with it. I didn't have anything standard here that I was going off of, so I may have to do some measuring along the way, but we'll just get going here. And this is pretty in pink paper that we're going to be using. So let's go ahead. I do know, well, first of all, we need to start out with basic white. And we're just going to do, we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Or cut it 4 1/4. Sorry. And then score at 5 1/2. So it's going to be long ways like this. And we're going to open it this way. Okay. So let's go ahead and give this a good burnish. As soon as I find my bone folder, here it is. Okay, so we've got that done. And the next thing I did, I put a layer of pretty pink on here. So, and I just went down 1/8 of an inch on it. So we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to do 5 3/8. And then we're going to do 4 1/8. And that doesn't look right. But it is. It just looks so wide when I did that. It didn't look right at all. Okay, so then we're going to take our Designer Series paper, and I've already got a piece here that I made my card from yesterday, so we'll use it. And it's going to be just 1/8 of an inch below that. So now we're going to do 5 1/4. Let's see. You know what I should have done? I'm going to have to do 4 because I want it to be long ways here. Am I doing that right? Let's see if I'm doing that right. Yes, that's correct. Okay, and then from here, I want to do 5 1/4 for the length of it. Boy, the looks of it just seems so wide, and then that one seemed skinny to me, so it made it, I don't know, kind of threw me off there. All right. Then here is our layers that we're going to put on our base here. And I'm not going to put it down yet. I'm just going to go ahead and finish cutting these pieces here. And so this other piece, let's get the ruler out and let's see what size I ended up going with. All right. So it looks like it was, I can see right. Looks like it's 2 7/8 is what I went with. So let's try that. 2 7/8. I guess I need my glasses on so I can see. Then let's see what this one is saying here. By 4 1/8. That's what it looks like. So we're going to do by 4 1/8. Okay. Let's see if that, all right, that looks like that would fit. So then we're just going to take a piece of white and we're going to go down 1/8 more. So then we're going to do 4. I think I said by 2 7/8. Is that right? So then we're going to do 2 3/4. Let's see if that worked out. If I remembered correctly. Yeah, that looks good there. Okay, so let's see. It looks like we're finished with the cutting with the paper trimmer. So I'm going to put that aside. And then I'm going to go ahead and take our embossing folder or cut and emboss and get the embossing folder out. And the embossing folder that I'm using today is the All in a Row embossing folder. And it's a really neat little embossing folder. I think I like it. The design. You see the design on there? I think that looks neat. So we're just going to emboss this, and we're going to take these plates out here. I do need this bottom plate here, the number 2. And then I will need this gray plate that I'm getting out. I'll need this to go on top. And then we're just going to take this, and I'll tell you what I did. I opened it up, and I just tried to put the little squares. I tried to get them fixed on here to where they were all kind of even going across through here. Like from the top to the bottom and then side to side. And I think that looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see it or not, but here we've got some little squares. So I'm kind of going over that one. And then same here, I've kind of got, it's just kind of lapping over here. I know that's hard for you to see. Anyway, so, but just do it how you want to. Here's the look of it on top. I don't know if you can tell anything from that, but, and it doesn't matter. It was just I wanted to do. So you do it how you want to. Any of the ways that we do it, it's fine. It's still going to be pretty. All right, so I'm going to set this aside for right now. We're still going to need it in a minute. All right, so now we have this right here. So this is going to go on top of this, and we're just going to glue that down. And then we can put that aside for right now. And then I do need to cut out some circles. And for circles, let me see. Okay, I used the Stylish Shape dies circles here. And I used this one for my big one on the pink. And then I used a smaller one, which is this one right here. So I used those two there. And we're going to get this back out. And then we're going to get our other plates. We're going to get the plates that are called 3 on here. And then I'm going to take the pretty in pink. And let's see if I've got a scrap piece of paper here. I do. It's right here. I'm just going to cut this little section out here. I think that'll be big enough. We'll see. May not be. Okay. Let's see if we can cut that. Yeah, that looks like that's going to work there. So I'm just going to put a little piece of tape down since it's such a small fit or a tight fit. Okay. We've got that there. And then I just need a little white scrap. Let's see. I know I've got a little small white scrap here somewhere. I don't want to use one of my big ones, my big pieces. This is really too big, but we're just going to make it work. We'll cut across. Okay. I'm going to put that there and this here. And then we're just going to move that off onto the plate and then cover it up and then run it through. Okay. Now we've got our pretty and pink circle and our basic white circle. Put this over here. Get it away. Let's see. Oh, and then I do need to do some more cutting. Or not cutting, some more embossing. And I need to make these leaves right here. And I used our vellum that we have. So here's a piece of vellum. And I'm just going to give that a cut with my trimmer. Because we don't need a piece that big. It's not going to fit in the cut and emboss machine. Okay. Got that done. And now I need to find, let's see. Here is the dies that I used. It's from the Nature Symphony dies. And I love this leaf in here. I think it is so pretty. Look how pretty that is. It just cuts out beautiful. All right, so we're going to use that. So I'm going to bring the cut and emboss machine back up. And now we're just going to run this through and get a pretty little leaf set out of the vellum. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut 2 of them out. And something that we could do, probably need some parchment paper, just to kind of rub over this, because right now everything wants to stick. Let's see. Let me find my tweezers. Get another pair here. I don't want those. I don't want those. Let's see what these. Okay, these will work. Okay, so on this, you do see these little holes here. And if we poke something through these holes, I just use my tweezers, but you could use the our little take your pick tool here, and it does have a little pick end on here to where you could just push things through it. You have to be very, very careful, because I have tore some of the leaves trying to get them out because it's so delicate. So just take your time. And it still may happen. This one is wanting to be difficult coming out. Let's see now. Maybe the rest of them will come out easy. Okay, we got that one out. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's just so pretty. Okay, we're going to go one more time. I don't think I need this. I can't remember, but I don't think so. But we're just going to go ahead and we'll just get another cut out of it. Okay, run it back through. And I think that is all our cutting and our embossing. How many of you are glad that we have our vellum back? I think everybody's excited about it. It just makes your cards, it just adds to it, especially this when it's so pale. I just think it's so delicate, and the colors that I'm using, I was looking for something different. I want to play with different colors. I always find myself going to the same colors, and so I'm just trying to look for the other in the paper. Your hearts are popular in that set that I showed you, and you've got for Valentine. And so, but I just wanted something different. Looks like that one's maybe didn't cut out. I think we'll be fine without it though. Okay, we got it. Anyway, I just wanted something different. I wanted to play with something different. And so I was trying to create, something a little different than the normal reds and stuff for Valentine. And of course, pink is, a popular color too, of course, but I just like this color. It has flowers on it. So anyway, it was just a little different. Okay, so I think we're ready to go ahead and put our card together. So here we have our base, and then we've got our layer here. I'm going to go ahead and get the glue. And we're just going to layer it right on top. Yeah, I love this pretty and pink. Pretty color. Okay, and then here's this color, and then that's the back side of it. I think it's a pretty color too. I'm just going to even this up. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this on. And then that's going to go in there like that. And then we're going to pop this up on some dimensionals. Let me get the dimensionals out. Tell you what, I've got to get some cards in the mail today. I've been making several and need to send some out for birthdays and just some to let people know I'm thinking about them. It's easy to make these cards, but we forget to go ahead and send them out. Or maybe not forget, but a lot of times I just don't take the time to go out to the mailbox, and that's pretty sad. But I'm guilty of it. Okay, so here's our little flowers here. And I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut, let's see. Cut this right here. And we're just going to put it is going to go like right in here. And then the other one we're just going to do down here. And it's going to go on there like that. And then I need to take the golden white thread that we've got, and I just took and just wrapped it around several times. And just glued it down. So let me, or not glued it, but I used the Scotch tape and put it on here. Let's see. A little tail here. That's coming out. You got to tuck it back in there. All right. Let me put this back up here. May have to redo this. Okay. And then I don't know what I've done with the other end to it. There it is. Okay. So we're just going to cut that off. And I want to move this in a little bit closer. There. Okay. All right. So we've got that done. And we've got our leaves down here. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and put a glue dot on some of the leaves that we've got, just to make sure that they stay. Okay. Just going to lay that down here. Okay. And then we're just going to put one more on the other side. And we're just going to try to get it on there flat. There we go. And I didn't press or anything. Okay, so now we need to put our sentiment on here. So let me see. I got it out of the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. Stamp set there. Let's see, I think I've already got it mounted. Let's see. I do have one down there, but I don't have that one. I may have to get back in. Let's see. Yes, I did. All right, so let me put this one on a block. And we're just going to place it up here. Okay. And then get the pretty and pink out. Ink it up real good. Okay, and then we're just going to put the love you right here. Okay, looks good there. And we're going to put this down. And put this on our circle. And then we're going to use our dimensionals. And I'm going to try to go over, let's see. And see exactly where I need to put those. Okay, so I really need to have them over, need to have two over this side. And then I think they on the opposite up here. So we're going to do it like that. All right, so I'm going to take these off. And all I'm trying to do is fit it over where I've put the tape and where we've got our flower or leaves with the vellum. I'm just trying to make it fit on here easier. Okay, so here I'm just going to kind of tuck it down around here. Now I could put it right up here in the center. I could do that. But I went ahead and created it like I did this one, just so you would see what I did here. But we could absolutely take this and put it in the center, and that would be pretty. So this is the outside of our card, but let's go ahead and do the inside of our card. So let me get the paper trimmer out, and we'll cut a piece to go inside here. And so on this piece, I'm going to use 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and that's just an 1/8 smaller than what the card base is. Okay, and then I'm going to need to take a piece of this, of our DSP, and I just ran a piece on the inside here. And I just put a piece here, and it was like a 1/2 inch thick for it. So, and this I think is already scored to the correct size, I believe. Let me check and see. Yeah, it's 4 1/8. All right, so let's have 1/2 inch here. Okay, and then this will fit on this piece of paper here. Let's see. That's the right size. Yeah, it is. Okay. Got the glue on here. Make sure you turn your flowers up the correct way, because I just then had them upside down. So, okay, we got that. And then I'm just going to put big hugs for a good friend. And that, let's see, came out of the Peace on Earth stamp set. So let me move this out of the way. I think I put that a little crooked. Looks like it may have to stay there. Yeah. All right. Well, there's a little crooked on there, but it'll be all right. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up. And then we're just going to try to stamp this in the middle. Okay. And there's the inside of our card. So let's put a little bit of glue on here. Okay. Press that down real good. And then there's the inside and the outside here. Oh, but I forgot to put embellishments on. So the embellishments I used are from the Cute as a Bug stamp set. And these are the Ladybug Garden epoxy shapes. I like the clear ones because I wanted it to, I don't know, to be, just have that dainty look to it. So I just placed them. Let's see. Let's see where I did place them. What did I do with my card? Oh, well, I guess we'll place them wherever we want to. Okay, so let's get, I know I did put one of the big ones up here. And then one of the small ones on here. Put it like, let's see. I think I used, oh, that one flew away. All right, so let's put this one on here. Gosh, I can't tell if that's one of those is the big one. looks awfully close to the same size. Okay, and then I'm going to take a small one. Just going to we'll put it down here. I don't like where that one's at. I'm going to put that one right there. Okay, and then we're just going to place some around. I'll just put one right here. And place one down here. Place one right here. Oops. Okay. Maybe put one right there. Well, let's see if I can do that. I can't do it with my fingers either. I need to find my regular tweezers. All right, and I want one more. I want one more right in here. Let's see. Maybe right there. All right. So there it is, guys. Isn't that cute? I don't know if I need to trim that just maybe a tad bit more. I'm going to trim it off just a little bit. And then give this one a little trim. I like them when they kind of hang out, but maybe that was a little too much. Okay, so what do you think about this card? I think it's pretty, and I love the pale colors on it. I just think it's just beautiful, really. And so I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I hope you'll come back next time. And maybe if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it very much. And if you have any questions, you feel free to leave me a comment, and I'll get back with you. But I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.